Hello, everyone. Hello, happy Monday. Yay, it's Monday. So, my computer's being a little slow. There we go. All right. So, how's everyone doing? How's Monday been treating you? I'm going to give it a couple minutes. Well, not a couple minutes, at least a minute for people to join us. And let me see, how do I invite people? How do I invite? I should know this by now, right? This is my third week doing this. But I don't. All right, so it's summer. It's been warm out. I love it. How many of you are all excited about summer? Is definitely my season, but I know it's not everyone's season. How do you guys feel about summer? Let's see here. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to invite people. All right. Keyframe is too low. Don't know. All right. Well, I'm going to start talking anyway. So I wanted to share with you guys some summer tips for self-care. You know, there is this song called Summertime. I believe it's from the opera Porgy and Bess, and there's this line, summertime and the living is easy. But I feel like we're always trying to get the most out of summer and trying to get a lot in at one time with vacations and picnics and seeing people and weekend getaways and everything. So, I think it's important that we also do take it easy on ourselves in the midst of all of this and have fun. It is, especially if you live in the Northeast like I do, it's definitely a short season, one that I look forward to all year long. So let's get right into the tips. All right, so I'm going to share with you all 10 easy activities that you can do this summer to enjoy yourselves, take care of yourselves, feel a little bit refreshed, hopefully. And so the first one actually isn't even part of my list of 10. This is just something that if you are not already doing it, I would recommend that you start your day by when you get up and you first look in the mirror, smile at yourself and be like, hello, and say your name. So, or say to yourself out loud, of course, because there is power in our words, hello, beautiful, hello, gorgeous. So it's just a really nice way to start the day. Remember, we are our own friends. We are supposed to be friends to ourselves. So if you're not already doing that, why not start in the summer, this little routine? And smile at yourself, of course, when you're doing this. So let's start with tip 1. So my first tip is to try something new. And this is because when we have gone through a crisis or something has hurt us and we're going through a moment of pain or we've gone through trauma, sometimes we forget who we are, we lose ourselves. I know that at the beginning, before I was even really on a healing journey, I didn't recognize myself when I looked in the mirror. So that is also a good reason for even just greeting yourself in the mirror to remind yourself who you are. And also, when we have fun, when we do something new, it's like play. It's like a natural way of becoming reacquainted with ourselves, like parts of ourselves that we feel lost or has been lost in a crisis or a traumatic event or heartbreak. So try something new. It doesn't have to be any big deal. You know, there's the really famous movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, and, you know, they go off and they're just running around the city and doing new things that they've never done before. So it does not have to be anything complicated. It could be simple, but try something new and use that as kind of a playful way to just reconnect with yourself and see what happens. All right, and don't forget, if you try something new, please share it in our group. You know, make a post about it, share a photo in our group. You guys are welcome, more than welcome, to make your own posts in this Facebook group. It is for you all to use to support one another as well in your healing journey. So let's go on to tip number 2, like step number. All right, so create a summer playlist. So it doesn't even have to, maybe you don't even have time to create a playlist. Just, you know, go to YouTube and Google like fun summer songs, and then just dance around to summer music when you're cooking or when you are cleaning the bathroom or whatever. It's, you know, a fun way. And, you know, I know I have my own favorite playlist, but, you know, it's not necessarily just geared towards summer. And remember, we're celebrating summer, so something, you know, with summer vibes to it, so that, you know, those ordinary tasks feel a little bit like vacation, if it can. All right, another idea that I had to share with you all is, again, you can use YouTube. YouTube is definitely one of my best friends. So go to YouTube and type in ocean sounds and set your YouTube to, and then like lower the volume on your phone a little bit, and just fall asleep to the sounds of the ocean waves. So, you know, you're in your bed in an apartment in Brooklyn, or I'm in my bed in an apartment in Brooklyn, right? But it feels like I'm someplace else. So it kind of gives that feeling of peace and, you know, like a new experience. So tip number 4, moving right along, is to stock up your fridge with some of your favorite summer treats, things like popsicles, like strawberry flavored drinks or watermelon flavored drinks, or, you know, different things that you really associate with summer. And then, so you have it stocked up, and then have that on hand so that if you have a free moment, like an unexpected extra hour in the middle of the day, you could take like a little picnic lunch. You could just grab things out of your fridge or your cupboard and go to the park, you know, for an impromptu picnic. Also, even a picnic on the living room floor, you know, so you could kind of make it fun at home too. Say it's like a rainy day, right? Not every day in summer is butterflies and sunshine. I wish it was, but not every day is, and sometimes it's a little bit rainy outside. And so, you know, you'd have some summer snacks on hand, you know, toss down a little blanket or sheet on your living room floor and have a picnic with your children or with your partner, or, you know, invite a friend or two over to join you. And then you don't have to, you know, really plan it out ahead of time. That impromptu, again, it's that fun, that spontaneous fun. Things are ways that we can reconnect with ourselves naturally. You know, healing does not have to always be just sitting around thinking things through. It can be found in spontaneous ways. So that is another suggestion to try out. Number 5, my 5th tip: invite God on a summer stroll with you. Okay, you could go around your neighborhood, or you could go to the park. Just take a walk, look around, enjoy nature quietly, reflect with God. You could do this again with your children. Sometimes you could take like a little nature walk and think about and have the kids point out things that are new to them, that they're noticing that seems special, and use that time together, but also use that time to talk to God a little bit, because sometimes we get so busy. It's always good to start our day with a little prayer and end it, but sometimes throughout the day we get busy. So taking a little stroll and meditating and have that prayer can be really refreshing. All right, this is one of my favorites. Plan a day trip with friends. Of course, my suggestion is find a friend, go with friends, someone who likes to drive. I love to drive, so this is one of my favorite things. But, one summer I went with a couple of friends. We left at the crack of dawn, and we drove to Providence, Rhode Island, and then we walked around for the day, and then we got back really late. So it's not always the most restful or relaxing experience, but it's fun, and it's an adventure, and it's a great way to do something new and spend time with friends, because it's really important that we have people that we love around us and to spend time with, who we can laugh and talk with. And another time recently this year, I got up again, crack of dawn, to go hiking upstate New York with some friends. And again, it doesn't really so much matter where you go, but taking a little break from wherever you happen to be to just go enjoy someplace else with a friend or two. And number 7, take a tech vacation. All right, this actually is one of my favorite things to do. One of my favorite reasons why I like to travel outside of the U.S. I always put my phone in airplane mode, and I just don't turn it on. It doesn't matter if I'm gone for like 3 days or 14 days. I'm just like, nope, no one's bothering me. And I always come back feeling so refreshed. But I don't know why I only wait till when I go out of the country to do this. So I would say just taking a day, put the phone in airplane mode, just the computer, take it off, just this tech vacation. It could be any day of the week. It doesn't even have to be a full day, especially if you have kids. It could be very scary unless the children are with you, to have your phone off, right? Because you need to be able to get a phone call if you have an emergency situation or something, God forbid, come up. But, taking a tech break, even if it's only for a couple hours, just being free from that is, a vacation these days. Number 8, tip 8, shop the farmer's market early. And then when you're there, pick up a bouquet of flowers for yourself. All right? It's always nice to have fresh flowers around. It's always nice to buy yourself a little treat. We don't have to spend and splurge thousands of dollars on ourselves to take care of ourselves. Just, some fresh flowers are really nice to have around. Tip number 9. I have tip number 9 down twice. So I clearly thought it was really a good idea, which was try something new for the first time, do something new. To build on the last one, maybe you could do one new thing on your own, kind of like go out on your own, take yourself on a date. And the other time you could do something new with a friend or your family. So I guess I thought that was really important. My bad. And so number 10 on my list, which is really number 9, is grab a blanket and lay out underneath the stars. So there's a a stargazing app. I'll put the link to it in the comment section underneath the video once it posts. I am team Apple phone, so I don't know if this app also goes for Android phones or not, but I'm sure there is a very similar one for Android phones. But you could just, grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a blanket, and if you live in a city and you have rooftop access, you could lay out on your roof. You could make it part of like a little getaway to visit friends who live outside of the city, because I know sometimes in Brooklyn it's really hard to see the stars, and I like being out in a small town or the country where the sky's a little darker. But if you have an app, then it kind of can make it look a little more interactive, because then, you see and you can figure out and look up what you're looking at. And so those are my 10 tips that I wanted to share this evening for doing a little self-care. Like I said, it is really important in our healing that we do things that are fun. If you guys have any more tips or suggestions, please feel free to add them to the comments underneath this video. It would be great if everyone, if we could all learn from each other and find out just new things to try out, because this is definitely a natural way we can reconnect with ourselves and, just continue on our healing journeys, where at whatever point we're at, if we're at the beginning or we've been on this journey for, 20 years. So I wish you guys all a wonderful evening and have fun this week. Please reach out. Feel free to DM me if you need anything, if you have any questions, but don't feel confident or comfortable in making any comments in the group. So I'm always happy to chat with you and do my best to support you. And have a wonderful evening. Peace.